Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. Oh my gosh, I have so many things to blab about today. Well, first and foremost, we're going to be talking about my 4 new artsy washi tapes. So we're going to show some cool things to do with these new artsy washi tapes. Every time I come out with something new, I feel like, oh, how am I going to use this in a different way? And then something happens and, you know, all the things. So, I hope that everybody is, had a good breakfast and, has a big water. I have a big water and, I'm going to take a drink, by the way. And I hope you do too. Drink. I have these to talk about. I got some Happy Mail and some Happy Mail that I bought from Calliope. Remember I talked to you about her. Good morning, Sarah. How are you this morning? So nice to see you. So, what was I going to say? What else do I have to talk about? I have some artsy techniques I want to share with you using my new washi tapes. I found my comfort book. So I'm so excited about that we can incorporate that back into our morning routine. Little by little, day by day, Sarah. Little by little, day by day. Good morning, Donna. You have so much trouble doing what? Well, in book club last night, Tammy said that you guys were having you wrote, I think, in the group that you were having terrible winds last night. Yikes. That's scary, isn't it? That is scary. What was I going to say? Something. So Donna, are you here now? I know, and I know it's going to be a little bit weird because of the time change. That's always a weird time of year, isn't it? This is when I am 3 hours different from my parents, and you know what? It's a challenge every time. It's a challenge every time. Let's see. Am I live? Sarah, can you see everything? Can you hear me talking and everything? Are we having any issues with that? I am. Okay, perfect. Donna, I hope that things work out for you and you can participate today. The sun is shining here. I'm so excited. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. It's supposed to be kind of a lovely day here in Peoria, Arizona. Like, I think it's going to be in the mid-70s, which is lovely. So I wanted to share some of the Happy Mail that I got. But first I wanted to talk about the mail that I got that I sent to myself because I ordered something from Calliope. But let's, if you are brand new here, if you would like, follow and subscribe and Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then ask to join our Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group and our Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. The Facebook groups, you can post photos in there too. If I would have known way back when that that was the case, then I wouldn't have had the Facebook page, but I didn't, and so this is the world we live in. You know what I mean? Hey, Nance, how are you? How are you this morning? So, I'm going to talk about, let's do Happy Mail first. Okay, so this is Calliope. It is this a stationery store in Natick, maybe, Massachusetts. And it's CalliopePapery.com. CalliopePapery.com. And I told you, I love, well, she always, she has, number one, they always write you a really nice note. Love that. And they always have open stock. Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Yikes, I'm so sorry. And yes, he will be in my prayers and positive thoughts. Anyway, she has open stock of lots of pens, lots of markers. So she's a great resource for us pen addicts. So included in my order was this, look at this darling sticker. She makes her own sticker too. And so these are Ernie the snail, and that's kind of on a lot of her things. I think I threw the envelope away, but she has a Calliope snail sticker that she includes on her things. Anyway, okay, here's what I ordered. I ordered two groups of jelly pens that I have not played with yet. These are pens that I don't think I have this blue. I think I might have this one, so I wanted a second one, and then this green, isn't that dreamy? And then that fluorescent. I think it's fluorescent, no, I don't remember the color, but it was intriguing. And she always, look at it, she packages everything so lovely, and that always makes you feel special, doesn't it? When things are packaged in a lovely way. And then look at these pastel and opaque ink, and look at the colors. Aren't they gorgeous for spring? And these are the Moonlight Jelly Roll pens. So I can't wait to play with these. And like I said, check her out. She's on Instagram, and or go to her website, CalliopePapery.com. Her stuff is darling. So check her out. Like I said, you know, we got to support all the little guys. I got a thank you note from, good morning, Tam. I got a thank you note from Tessa that I wanted to share with you because we can replicate it. It's so darling. Wait till you see. So she took a variety. So at the retreat, we made all kinds of art papers, and then we cut them into squares, and we did a master sheet of sorts that had all these different squares, and then you could cut them apart and make all kinds of things. Tessa took that same idea. This is what I'm telling you. When you see a cool technique, do it the way that person shared it, but then grow it grow it in your own creative way, right? I mean, always give credit to the person who inspired you or the person whose idea it was originally, because that's not fair. But look at this. So she took all those squares of artsy paper and she made a diagonal grid, and then she enhanced them with a shimmery paint pen. It's like a rose gold paint pen. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There you go. Right? Each square. I'm telling you, she's brilliant, Nancy. She's brilliant. Anyway, here we go. And be sure to watch her this month. Remember, Tessa was chosen by Paper Source to share all of their amazing products. And so wait till you see her creativity soar. So Tessa Reed, I think she's just Tessa Reed on Instagram. Anyway, check her out. There we go. So I hope that sparked something in your creative mind that you can take this idea and run with it, right? Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you is some Happy Mail that I got for my birthday and a card for my mom. So this card came for my mom, so I will be putting it in the mail, but I wanted to be sure and share it with you guys first. So it will go in the mail today, and it's from Susan Anderson, and she made this gorgeous card. Look at those. It's like an orchid, I think, with a butterfly. I don't know whose stamp this is. I have no idea. But anyway, I just thought it was beautiful, and I can't wait to send it off to my mom. It'll brighten her day. Okay. This card came from our lovely Debbie Pack for my birthday, and look at it. She took that one of the flowers from Flower Child, and look what she did. So this looks like she made a color copy of it. She painted it and did lots of cool mark making. She made a color copy, and then look, she's got some epoxy, or not epoxy, what do you call it? Like dimensional goo, I don't know, like diamond glaze or one of those. And she did just the little scallops at the tippity top, on top of another really pretty art glossy accents. There you go, Sarah. On top of a piece of art paper underneath that started out, if you look closely, you can see that's a security envelope, right? And then she jelly printed on top. So just like that all adds so much depth and visual interest to your creations when you all of those layers and layers and layers. Anyway, so hi Keels. So I need to show you, Keels, the card that Tessa made. I don't know what time when you popped in, but this card Tessa made is reminiscent of the I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. I could feel it. Reminiscent of the project, one of the projects that we made at the retreat where we cut all the squares, remember? And we made a master sheet of sorts and then created with that. Look at this. Don't you love this? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Valerie. Don't you love that? I just love this take on that same technique. So just know, you can just take those techniques and grow, grow, grow. Okay, the last card that I have to share with you is by my newest team member, Jennifer from Australia. Okay, so look at this. The creativity, you guys. So this is a piece of my artwork, right? That she did in Pantone, the Pantone Peach Fuzz. And then she did a artsy heart. And then she wrote, look at her gorgeous handwriting. I just love it. And then, wait till you see what was inside. So I got these 2 stickers. Whoops. Color of the year. And look at this Peach Fuzz that has a dandelion. So cool. I just love it. But wait, look at this. It's a patch that says artist. So now I'm like, oh, where am I going to put that? My first thought was on like on my apron. Don't you think? Oh, I just love it. I love it. Look at Debbie's envelope, right? And then look on the back. I miss your face. That's from one of my art printables. I just love it. Oh, and look at this one from Jennifer. Look at these Australian stamps. They have the 3 kings. Isn't that the coolest? Can you see them? Oh, those are going in my art journal in some kind of way. That's for sure. I just love it. Oh, sorry, Jennifer. I showed your address. Sorry about that. Okay, so I set those aside. And then, now let's talk about our new washi tapes. So this is a set. This is, one is 7, one is 8. And now I can't remember right off the top of my head. I think this is 8. This is 7, this is 8, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, so this set has this mid-century shape, mid-century modern shape, which I am just kind of, as a child of the 60s and 70s, I am just all about that. So this was kind of a marriage of both of those. So this was kind of 60s, this was kind of 70s. So I have this mid-century sideways sort of diamond-ish something. And then this one was just more flower power, because you know I'm all about the flower power. And I have some big ideas for that. And I think this one is flower power and this is mid-century modern in the name game. Okay, and this is Cactus Heart, which, you know, I have a million Cactus Heart things because I love Arizona and I love the desert, and this is a series of positive words, of kind words. Tell me something good, look on the bright side, see the good, find joy in the journey, never forget the difference you make today the start of something wonderful, go your own way, be kind, know your worth, don't put off your happy, trust the magic of new beginnings, make today magical, nothing is impossible, positive vibes only, love is love, and peace. I love all of those words. Hey Michelle, how are you? Okay, so these are the 4 new washi tapes. And when you order, remember the deal, if you order 4 tapes, you get a Corbiere-Scott designed pen. And this is the latest version. And this has the flowers from the cactus flowers and a green paintbrush, and then my contact info. So let's play with these. So I did a couple of things. Well, I haven't done them all the way, but I thought them up and I thought, let's play with those during Pop-In Paint Party. Okay, so I covered 3 pieces of cardstock with my washi tape, right? So this one is the kind words, mid-century, and Cactus Heart. So I had 4 different kind of ideas. I thought that we could, well, I'm going to use my die cut machine today, if that gives you any hint. So this one, I'm going to trim off. So I want to make a card for my mom, right? So I want to, let's see, M-O-M. So for this one, uh-oh, what did I do with my third thing? Did I set it somewhere, you guys? Oh, it's stuck on the... Okay. So here's my first thought that I wanted to have. So I thought it would be really cool to do... So I have this old set of alphabet from Stephanie Ackerman. I'm sure everybody knows her. So I thought it would be cool to cut these out. With my die cut machine. And then we can apply color to them. Okay, so I hope that you can kind of see what I'm doing. Whoops. Okay. I think, if I'm remembering, it's all, the sandwiches are all different for whatever you're doing, right? Okay, so I want to make sure this is pretty straight on here. Let's see. Yep, that looks like the perfect sandwich. Okay, so we're gonna do the M, right? And I can use this for something else, right? I could make another card with the negatives. So remember that. So there's the M. Let's do another M. Make sure my letters aren't upside down, although I've done that before too. There we go. So let's go back the other way. There we go, more negatives. And now let's do the O. I love this alphabet. So I could have added color before I cut it out, but I wanted to make sure that you could see all the things before I, Anyway, I didn't, but know that you could do it either way. So now I want to take that. Oh, that's kind of cool, you guys. What about that? And then this M. And then I could do this, this, this for another one. Can you see that? Right? Okay. Also, let it be known that I coated each of these. I don't know if I said this, but I coated each of these pieces with transparent watercolor ground, right? So they are ready to take some color. And so I thought it would be super cool and lovely to use my art crayons. So my mom loves green, so let's play with some green, adding some green to, right? Stop. How cute is that? So I'm going to take my, sorry, somebody just rang the doorbell. A little distracting this morning. Okay, so I'm going to take my woody and I'm just going to dip it in the water and just start to add random bits of green. And then let's come in with another. This is a Neo. Let's come in with some of that green. This green. I just love that blend of colors. Remember I did the, well, did anybody see the video that I posted in the Corbiere-Scott Designs group? I posted a video that is, oh my gosh, I'm loving this so much. Some more color on there. I posted a video in the group using the Deco Foil pen and some Deco Foil, and I used a variety of greens when I did that, and oh my gosh. So now I'm kind of on a variegated kick. So that doesn't have to stay in there. I don't know why I felt like it needed to stay in there. Let's get some more green on here. And I love the idea that this already has 2 layers, right? 3 actually. It has the cardstock, it has the text, the kind words text, washi tape, and now the color, right? And we're, you know, mixed media, we're all about layers. Like, what else can we do to create a layer? And a layer doesn't have to, I mean, it can be kind of anything. It doesn't have to be, it can be a subtle layer. It can be a kind of in-your-face layer. It's, okay. So that, I am so digging that. Let's see if I move that down. Hey, Deb, I was just sharing your gorgeous birthday card you sent me. And now I'm sharing some techniques that we can create with the 4 new washi tapes. So everybody take a drink. So the first one I did, Deb, was I took the Kind Words washi tape and I laid it out on a piece of white cardstock, like over like lines and like stacked it. And then I coated it with watercolor ground, and then I die cut these letters from that piece, and that now I'm adding some art crayon color to it. So there's Mom. So let's Should I do this one in greens too, or should I pick a different color? I'm feeling like, let's do something. I could make one for my mom and one for, well, I have allergies because it's that time in Arizona. My mom's favorite color is green, and Jeff's mom's favorite color is blue. So let's do a blue card for her. And you know, I can't resist putting some turquoise and oh, that's purple. Okay, so let's do this. So Deb, this is what I did. So I just dipped and I just started to scribble some color down. Some wet color. So I'm utilizing the negative and the positive. I do like these woodies. I do. But I like my Neo 2s also. Let's get a little bit of that on there. Some light blue. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. And just know you can continue. They're both water soluble, Tam. But I don't think that they're made of the same thing. They're both art crayons. You know, there are lots of art crayons on the market. I did, Deb, but you know what? It's the stinking time change. It's the daylight savings time, because we don't change. Arizona doesn't change. So there's lots of art crayons on the market, Tam, and they all have their own particular makeup. So, like, gelatos would be considered an art crayon. Neo 2s, these are all the water soluble ones. Those are the ones that are kind of my sweet spot. Neo 2s, Scribble Sticks by Dina Wakley, Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz has a line of watercolor of distress crayons, and now he has that new line of watercolor pencils, which are, I think the properties are much more art crayon-ish, but anyway. And then there are all kinds of other, I'm sure I'm not mentioning somebody. And I just like to get lots of color going, you know, and just have it kind of blend into one another. You can see where I put my finger, right? So that is that. So I could do so many more things with this. So I'm thinking about, I absolutely know that I want to pop them off whatever card base I want to do, because I want it to have a big impact, right? We want it to have, we want our letters to be the star of the show. Good morning, Lindsay. Oh, shut up with your cute hearts. So, anyway, so I could, another layer that I could add, so I could add the layer of popping them, right? But I could also put some crystal glaze on top. I could, and make it shiny. I will, Linz, I will. I'm just finally like getting a little bit back to normal, and I'm sure I'm going to have to go back to Michigan, but, my sleep was so messed up. And now it's all messed up again because of the stupid time change. Because now my mom and dad are 3 hours different, and that's always, like, you have to plan your calls, and, you know, I'm a spontaneous kind of girl. Okay, so this is one thing that I thought we could do with the new washi tape. And here's another. And remember, I have coated all of these with watercolor ground. So they will all take water-soluble mediums. Let's move those, see if I can move those up a little bit and let them dry at the tippity top. Okay, now the mid-century modern one, I had this idea. Because it's very open, I was thinking I could do some really fun things with this, right? So I'm thinking let's do some pinks in the background. Pull out all kinds of pinks. Ooh, and let's do like pinks and oranges. I kind of like the combo of those. I just, you know, I love handmade soaps. It's one of the things that I kind of shop for when I'm out and about, when I'm traveling. And when I was in Arkansas, I got this soap, and now it's like coconut something, because I love those kinds of smells too. Anyway, oh my gosh, I was inspired by those colors because the soap is all like hot pink and bright orange and all the things. Okay, so let's do kind of the same technique on here, where I'm just going to add some color randomly, right? I'm just dipping my art crayons into some color, into some water, excuse me. And then I'm just adding color to this base. I saw this thing yesterday. Of course I did, Keels, but you know I like handmade soaps. I've bought them with you before. Remember I bought that Fruit Loop one when we were in Cottonwood? Oh my gosh, you guys, and it smells just like Fruit Loops. Now I got to go back to Cottonwood so I can get some more. It was lovely. I just love a handmade soap. I mean, I like the idea that like another artisan created that, and I'm supporting them, and it's like this gift that you get to use and use and use until it I do love handmade soaps and creams. I do. Shut it. Look at this, is just turning out so dang cute, isn't it? And I like this one, like some of my, it is my signature. Oh my gosh. And did you guys see that well, let's go, Keels. Let's go. Peggy sent me this thing. You know, it's so funny when, you know, little memes or those little videos and, hey, Sienna, you need to call me, sister. We got to plan our trip. Oh, look at that's kind of a yellowy, like a yellow orange. Kind of digging that. This is just stinking magic, I think. Let's see this. I like that some of the scribble marks are showing on this one. Like these are all pretty, it's pretty kind of smoothed out with the water. But these, some of the scribbles are showing. I mean, and you could certainly spritz this with water if you wanted it more watery-ish, you know. I have a whole bunch of other ideas, but I think we're going to have to... Arizona. Not very far from you. Not very far from you. Okay, so Tammy Staedtler also has watercolor crayons, water soluble art crayons. And so there we go, watercolor crayons. And so just know that's another brand. There's so many. And you see, you know my motto, I don't deny myself any cuteness. Okay, let's get a little bit of this light pink. See what happens there. Okay, I'm totally loving this. It is the home of Art Glitter Glue, the glue that sponsored us for our retreat. I'm almost done with all of our... Oh, Nancy. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, let's put those away. Okay, these have to dry. These need to, wait a minute. Dry up some of this because I have one more thing to color. Okay, how much time do I still have? Yikes. I'm not going to be able to get through all of the things, so we'll do more next week too. Okay, so here's the last one, which is the cactus hearts, right? So let's do this in greens, although I was thinking about a card that Cottonwood is the name of a town. It's an old Arizona town, so it's so much fun. And it's Art Glitter Glue is located there. Like all the stores are kind of artsy, artisan-y, boutique-y stores. And they are also like they have the best restaurants there. It's just the most darling little town. It's just, we had ourselves a time, didn't we, Keels? Everybody take a drink. Ooh, Sienna, do you see what cup I'm using today? Sienna did the vinyl work for me on these. So cute. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to do greens for this. Those are almost dry. My, I don't know if I can use my heat gun, because this is the one I really wanted to share with you that I was dreaming about. Okay, let's go, Nancy. Let's go. Well, let's go, Sienna. You and Nancy, load you up in the car. Let's go. And Valerie. And we'll eat at La Crema, which is the best. I don't even remember what we had, Keely, but it was so delicious. Yep. Maybe you could sit shotgun, Valerie. But then we have to get Denise over too, huh, Nance? Okay, so the reason that I thought up this idea for this particular art washi tape is because it has big open spaces, right? It has big open spaces, and I thought it could take a little bit more something. So, I'm just going to dry these edges. Let's see. kind of like how it's pooling up on the edge like that. And that will probably get cut off, but I'll use those little strips for something, you know it. Oh, I don't love that. But for time's sake, here's the thing. I could do it again, right? I can make it again. Sienna has her kids jelly printing. Oh, it's too much fun, isn't it, Sienna? It's too much fun. Okay, almost there. I don't really love that this happened, but I think it might play well with the next step in my artsy process. So I'm going to get my die cut machine back out. And are you ready for it? An embossing folder. So let's take yay! I love that, Sienna. So I'm going to put it, so this is I think it might even be discontinued. I don't know. It's a Stampin' Up! Embossing folder that has like some old distressy stuff and it has some text on there. So I'm going to put that in the embossing folder. And then I think I have to remember the exact sandwich. There, and I think, let's see if that's, maybe it needs this thing underneath here. Honestly. Oh, I'm making such a mess. But let's see what happens when we, it's too tight. Let's see. I have stuff stacked so it's everywhere. Okay, let's try this. See if this works better. If this sandwich works better. Yep. I need to stand and do this. Ooh, look at him just shaking. It's like an earthquake is happening. I just happened to look up and see the screen. I know it looks like I'm doing something crazy, but honestly, it's just it's because it's on a slippery surface. Okay. So now for the magic. Stop it right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I just thought because it had all of this open space, right? We'd be able to, like, you'd be able to really see the next layer, which is the embossing, right? It's, oh my gosh. I love it so much. So think about that. Think about, like, all the ways that you can utilize the artsy washi tape. I promise when I create it, I just don't think about it just like across the back of an envelope. I think about like all the ways it can be incorporated in all the things. You know me, I want it to be all the things. Okay, so thanks, Tam. I was thinking about this because these are opposites on the color wheel. I'm telling you, dig out those old friends, Sarah. dig out those old friends. I think that's too much. They're kind of competing with each other, but you get the idea, right? Stop it. So I'm loving it so much. I'm loving it so much. Oh, we need to do our comfort book. So let's do what we've been doing, where we just open up to a page. Ferris Bueller and the Meaning of Life. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986, is the best teen movie of all time, but for years I had a problem with it, even though I enjoyed it immensely. John Hughes' tale of a popular teenager skipping school by faking illness, then having a sensational day out in Chicago with his best friend and girlfriend, annoyed me because I thought Ferris was selfish, and this seemed like a movie where liking the central character was essential for its enjoyment. My issue was that he uses his best friend Cameron by making him take his dad's vintage Ferrari on their adventure, even though Cameron will get into major trouble for this. Rewatching the movie, though, I realized I got it all wrong. Really, this movie isn't about the can't pronounce it, Ferris. This movie was about Cameron. Cameron is the emotional center of the film. He is the one who makes the most significant transition from a depressed, possibly suicidal, outwardly privileged teenager who frets about the perceived meaninglessness of a future containing college and adulthood, to someone with self-esteem who is able to live in the present and to stand up to his strict father and his oppressive rules. When Ferris starts the movie with his famous monologue, he talks straight to the camera. But the core message is one he spends the rest of the film teaching Cameron. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris is basically the 1980s version of Marcus Aurelius saying, "Dwell on the beauty of life." He is a mix of Eastern and Western philosophy, Buddhist mindfulness fused with American individualism, though he wouldn't want to be part of any ism. A person shouldn't believe in an ism, says Ferris. He should believe in himself. But Ferris isn't just out for himself. He is out for his friend, too. He is out for us. As with all the most comforting films, the film gives us permission to feel. It helps us live. I love that movie, by the way. I love that movie. I love it, love it, love it. That's so funny because Jeff and I just were watching, we just watched the latest True Detective season, the one with Jodie Foster, and Ferris Bueller plays in the background of that show quite often. And it's kind of a fascinating take on it. Everybody take a drink. This is a catalyst. This is a catalyst, Debbie. It's for moving paint around. I have this kind and I have the little handheld kind. There's all kinds of shapes and textures, and some of them have like little notches in them, so they make different kinds of Sienna, I love that. Bueller. But Debbie, look in your kitchen. If you can't afford to go to the art store, go to the dollar store and look at silicone kitchen tools. You're going to get some very cool textures and shapes and sizes with like yes. So but look for the go to the dollar store, because they sometimes have like silicone brushes, they have silicone spatulas, they have all kinds of silicone things, and that's really good for just moving paint in a different way. That's kind of all it is. So, not that I'm not encouraging everybody to go to the art store, because, you know, I love me an art store. But just know that that's a place to look too. So this one, I'm feeling like I want to trim it with one of my stitched rectangle dies, so it has kind of a finished edge. Kind of digging that idea. And this one, I haven't started coloring yet, but I think I want to do those like shades of green again. I really like the idea of all of the different greens kind of coming together. I have these olivey greens that I'm really kind of digging. Every time I dig in here, I think maybe I need to get a bigger bag for my art crayons. I don't know, you guys. Okay, so I think, do you see these colors? This is olive, light olive, and gold. You see that has kind of a shimmer to it. The light olive, I'm really feeling like, oh gosh, my chin itched, but I know that I have color all over my hands, so I'm sure I have. Oh, Sarah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I would love it, love it, love it. I know, don't you think? I know I'm kind of digging these olivey greens, and I hated olive green for kind of the longest when I was younger. Now I kind of gravitate to it. I know, look at that gold. Oh, you guys, look at that. So Sienna, your mom said that you were playing with those new pens. Oh, they're so fun, aren't they? Guys, I think I want to just do these two greens. Kind of digging that. That's so funny. So Debbie, they are matte gel pens. And you know what? I had one 100 years ago, and then I just bit the bullet and bought the whole set. And oh my gosh, I am just loving them. I played with them, I think, in last week's pop-in paint party. So this is some of them. They're called Matte Hop. They're by Pentel. Oh, Calliope has them. And they're, oh my gosh. They go on shiny, but then they dry matte. And so, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where's the piece? I don't know. It's right here in a pile of piles of piles. I have a piece that I'm working on that, oh my gosh, I'm just kind of in love with them. I'm just in love with them. I have all these projects for Adorn It that I'm working on, so my piles and piles and, oh, here we go. Okay, so I had painted the cactus from Misooro's with watercolors. This is on copy paper, so it has watercolor ground. So I just started with a green, right? And then I came in and I colored all of the circle-y shapes that are on this cactus with the pink. And then I came in with a white gel pen on top of that. But then I took the green and I just did some stippling. You can see on top of there. I'm telling you, I have been in love with using gel pens as a mark making tool for about a year now. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you, it's not getting old. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So let's let that dry. Maybe, I wonder if I do this. Maybe that would be better, like once this layer dries, then I could build another layer on top and on top and on top and on top. Anyway, I hope that you are filled with inspiration and that you have all kinds of ideas in your head. If you haven't gotten the new washi tapes, please order. Remember, once they're gone, because then I'm on to something new. It's sets 7 and 8, and I will get them in the mail to you as quickly as possible because I don't know when I'm leaving again. So, but you know, that's the name of the game. I adore you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow in Stitch Along, and then I will talk to you again on Thursday when we art journal. Come on. It's all about art, 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 art. It just heals my heart. I hope it heals your heart too. Thanks everybody for taking time out of your day and working out with the new time change. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody for being here. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, everybody. I adore you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.